In this video, we're just going to do an overview of the three forms that we can have for a linear function. So we have slope-intercept, point slope, and standard, or I should add in here general form, because a lot of times you're going to see it written as general form. So remember, slope-intercept is y equals mx plus b. M represents the slope, b is our y-intercept. If we graph it, we always have to graph a point first, so that we can use the slope to graph more points. So put that point first and use the slope in both directions to get more points. Slope-intercept is the form that is most helpful when identifying what's going on in the graph or the function and how to graph. So we would prefer, if we have either of these other forms, to convert it to slope-intercept. Point slope is y minus y1 equals m times the quantity x minus x1. So m is still our slope. So it looks kind of similar to slope-intercept, but then we have minus y1 and minus x1. So that x1 and y1 value is some point on our graph or in our function, and it can be any point. So there are so many different equations that you could write point slope form for one specific linear function, because there are infinitely many points in that line. So pick any point there, and remember that whatever the x and y value are, positive or negative, it's going to be opposite here because we're subtracting those values. So to graph, very similar to slope-intercept, we got to graph the point given first, then use slope both directions to get more points. Converting, well, we just need y by itself, which means we have to get rid of this here, but then we have parentheses here we have to distribute first so that we can combine this term with the constant that we get over here. So first you have to distribute the slope, then add or subtract this y1 value over. Standard or general form is ax plus by equals c. Remember that x and y have to be on the same side. The x term should be positive, and the constant, so any number that doesn't have a variable, is on the other side of the equation. So this is how you can get the slope or y-intercept from this form, and how you get these might be just easier to actually do these steps and convert it to slope-intercept. So similar to what we did up here, we want to get y by itself. So our first step is to add or subtract this x term over, and then we divide every term in our equation by the coefficient of y.